to see Martin outland a little bit. So Jason's a good friend of mine, so the full court press was not going to be in effect unless it needed to be today. We were trying to work on our half-court defense, especially our pick-and-roll defense, which we got to get better at. But I thought we have 4 or 5 guys play really well. We have 4 or 5 guys I think could get better, but it's early in the year, and that's to be expected. I was happy with our 19 assists, colossally disappointed with our 19 turnovers. Our rebounding is better than it has been, so that was a positive. But I knew that would happen once Justin Jackson got some minutes because he rebounds.
What do you think when you hear that your players came in here and said, even though they got off that huge lead, that they didn't come out as focused?
Yeah, well, I don't know what they said. I was on the radio.
No, I'm telling you that's what they said. How do you feel when you hear something like that?
You know, you never devalue winning, no matter who you play. So you have to appreciate that you won. But we have veteran guys. We play against great teams. And the last time we were playing in real games, probably our last 8 games were against ranked opponents, Big East tournament, NCAA tournament, stuff like that. So, you know, our guys understand what it takes to beat the best. So that's what we try to focus on. Try to do everything right at all times. But it's a process. There's a lot of things we're still trying to implement, and for the most part, we're getting better every day. So that's the key. We just got to make sure we keep getting better.
First half, Cash had some foul trouble. Were you pleased with how Geelon ran the team through that extended stretch?
It's a process for him. You know, just he's got to keep getting minutes. You know, I'll probably, and like when I look down, I see Titus, Shaq, G, and Jermaine have 3 deflections between them. That confirms my belief that defensively their intensity wasn't what it needed to be. And then offensively, just too sloppy at times. But again, you know, when if you put G in with the veterans, he does really well. The problem is we've got all those guys that haven't played a lot out there together. Although David played like a veteran, I was really, really impressed with David's competitive nature until the last play. He could care less what the score was. It says a lot about, you know, who you are. It's the hardest thing to figure out in recruiting. You know, the guys that just play hard, no matter what the time, what the score. It's just who they are. David's not the greatest practice player, so I learned that. Rodney Crawford told me he was right. I got to wake Dave up sometimes to get him to practice, but when the games come on, you know, after I wake him up, he's pretty competitive. So I was really happy with his effort off the bench. But we're just too sloppy, too many turnovers. But and we got to do a better job at the foul line. We've worked so hard at the foul line to see SK miss 2, Justin miss 3. But focus is important. It's not about today. It's about where we're going. So we just try to stay focused on what we got to do to get where we're trying to go. In the meantime, we got to win games.
What, looking ahead then to the next game, what do you want to see after this one?
It's going to be the same thing. Basketball is a game of mistakes. To be a great team, you have to be like a machine and eliminate mistakes. Defensive breakdowns, careless passing, things that are controllable. Defensive rotations, defensive breakdowns, blocking out, better passing, lack of just carelessness with the basketball from really good players. For instance, in our starting lineup, we had 10 turnovers, 13 turnovers out of our starting lineup. So that has to change. There's one stat as we rebuilt the program into a top 25 team that changed in the last 2 years. Our turnovers went down, and we got into the top 4 in Big East in turnover margin for our opponent. Tonight we're -9. So that has to change. So that will change Wednesday or Tuesday.
What do you know about them? Were they a tournament team last year?
You'd have to ask one of my assistant coaches.
Yeah.
I know Sean Woods was the coach. I think he's assistant.
Yeah, they went to the.
Because Sean Woods is a friend of mine. He obviously He's from the Midwest. He played for Coach Pitino. We know each other all the time. So that's how the game started. Then he got to Morehead State. They did go to the NCAA tournament. I do know that.
Yeah.
But I've been obviously.
Yeah, you've been a little busy.
Yeah. So it's I'm worried about us. That's a big key for us. We got to stop turning the ball, which we didn't in the first two exhibition games. We got sloppy in that.
Was, having not been around here, was Gaines
Hurt shoulder.
shoulder?
Last exhibition game, we threw him a lot. He's had a shoulder slipping. He's been practicing with his shoulder harness.
Okay.
There's no need for him to get hurt in a game like this.
Yeah.
If we didn't needed him, but once we didn't need him, I told him, I don't want him out there. I'm not gonna lose him for the season, popping his shoulder out in the 30-point lead.
How did Titus play in your opinion?
He had 3 turnovers as well, so he joined the party with us. This team really has 7 starters, Titus and David. So he's got to eliminate the turnover a couple times. He's a very good offensive player, so there's times where maybe he's going to force the action. That's part of it when you're letting guys play. In our style, we don't run set plays as much as we run a motion offense. So it's bad for the coach because you don't get to control every pass and every dribble. They have to make decisions. I have to demand ball movement, patience, and decision making. And that's hard to teach. It's hard to coach. But we're getting better at it. And Titus is really good at it for the first time I've ever done it. But at times he gets over aggressive. But his talent is real. He's got tremendous talent. He had 4 assists. He led us in assists. He may be our best passer.
Any thoughts on breaking the tie with Ed Jucker for career wins here?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're at 114 now. He was at 113.
Well, he's got 2 that I don't have. Championships.
We commented on that at the